What's up, everyone? Raptor-Omight here, and today we're going to talk about women. More specifically, Warhammer women. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about the female custodian that was revealed to us in the Titus episode 2. And I have to be honest, it's good. It was a good episode. I liked it. But for those who don't know, there is a bit of a controversy around this, and I'm going to throw my 2 cents into the matter. So, basically, to make it as simplified as possible, Warhammer is a franchise that has been existing for 40 years. The Custodians, which are the Emperor of Mankind's bodyguards, were described as a male-exclusive faction, with the Sisters of Silence as being only a female-exclusive faction, but worked alongside the Custodians. As such, you had your big tank warriors, and you had your psyker, but wicked cool and wicked powerful sorcerers. I won't say sorcerers, but they're really good at using the warp and psychic magic. Now, here's the controversy. Only a few months ago that the Games Workshop decided to tap their foot just a little into the woke agenda and say that, oh no, wait, there are female custodians, even though in their lore that has been existing for 40 something odd years, that it never said that. And as such, the community is a bit in an uproar about it. Now, here's where I'm going to just state my own opinion about this. Now, I do understand that currently right now there are 2 main rivals in the Warhammer community as of right now. You have the people known as the Woke Hammers, which I won't lie, that's a good play on words right there. And I believe the Chode Hammers. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know why, but it sounds kind of funny. And essentially, the Chode Hammers basically just want the Warhammer franchise to be as it is, unchanged, and they don't need any more, diversity as it is, because again, it's a sci-fi setting. There's already plenty of diversity for everyone. And I won't deny I am on their side. Yes, I am a Chode, I guess, so whatever. However, I will try to look at both sides and try to give out my own opinion in the matter. The people on the woke hammer side want basically there to be a compromise, specifically with the Space Marines. And I won't lie, as someone who does like Space Marines, I won't lie, they do take the majority of the spotlight more than almost any other faction. Even the Guardsmen, which is kind of surprising. Apparently, though, they do want one of the Lost Primarchs to be female, so that they can be a bit more represented, which is fine, I guess, but the problem is, again, lore, where in the lore it fully states that there are only 20 sons. Now boiled down to 18, because those 2 factions of Space Marines are supposed to be kind of like your canvas, make your own Space Marine chapter kind of deal. That's what those 2 factions are about, at least in my knowledge. Along with that, though, people essentially want a bit more female representation within the Warhammer universe, which is weird to even hear that, considering you have the Sisters of Silence, you have the Adeptus Sororitas, which is the Sisters of Battle, and then you have Guardsmen, who are a male and female faction. You have the Tau, which have female and male warriors. Even the Necrons, which to an extent, yes, they have females, but I mean, they're Necron robot bodies, so you can't really tell. The Orcs, they're just mushrooms, so they're just doing their own thing, and so on and so forth. The problem when you have female representation is it's already there. And yeah, I can understand that some people are like, oh, but the Adeptus Sororitas, Sister of Battle, are too sexy looking, And to an extent, okay, I agree. I don't agree with the fact that, no, I won't call them sexist, quote unquote, there. But yeah, maybe the boob armor is a bit off, because as we all know, DeviantArt likes to take advantage of that. But you don't have to make them look like that. Warhammer, specifically the models, are like a canvas, or write your own fan fiction. Warhammer is such a big thing that you can make it whatever you want in whatever units you want. If you don't like the system of battle for being a bit too out there, let's say, then you can paint them to be more tactical. Or if you want models, then 3D print your own models. However, I understand that there's going to be some people out there who are going to be basically saying to me on the lines of, oh, well, why do you think that, female custodians can't exist? And I'm not saying that they can't exist, but they hadn't existed. And they didn't need to exist. Just so that people are aware about the custodians, they are made by hand by the God Emperor of mankind. They are the best of the best. They are top tier. They are wicked strong. But they were only a male exclusive faction beforehand. The Sisters of Silence, on the other hand, are really just normal girls who do not talk, do sign language, and have psychic abilities to shut down basically whatever attacks them. If they kill a demon, that thing is gone. Not killed, it's gone. Just wiped from existence. It will no longer be able to rematerialize. Oh, and they're not augmented either. The Sisters of Silence are literally just normal people, but they're so God tier that they could kill demons and make sure they stay dead. They're fucking cooler than the custodians. But of course, we're going to have people who are going to want more. And what I think Warhammer is doing now is they're going to, or they might, dive deeper into the woke agenda. And what will that happen? Well, what you're going to end up having is the dumpster corpse fire of what Disney had with their Star Wars franchise. They killed it. So I'm just going to be honest when I say this. I do not want Warhammer to turn woke, and I do not want it to turn conservative, because what I like in my media is to keep politics and the outside world out of my fucking media and games. That is what I play video games for. That's why I am so addicted to lore about Warhammer and Star Wars and all that stuff, because it's an escape from the cesspool that is outside of our windows. That's why we like Warhammer so much. It is a grim, dark universe that you are more than happy you do not live in. But at the same time, you're fascinated by it, and you grow with characters that you love and you want to see either persevere or just see what they go into next. I think the Infinite Divine is a really good example of that. Along with that, though, most of the GAR books or Space Marine books are full of characters that go through some of the hardest shit imaginable during wartime, because war is in the fucking name, but it also demonstrates what war does to a person. It shows what it can do to man. Because war, specifically in the 41st millennium, it fucking sucks. And I would never want to live in a society like the Imperium. But it shows you what that's like. And it gets you involved with it because you like the grim darkness. Bolters don't just kill your enemy, it blows them apart. Chainswords don't just cut your enemies in half, but explodes them into meaty chunks. It depends on where you're reading. And that's what's so appealing to so many people. You like to be a little edgy, and Warhammer is just that, but it's such a cool franchise. It's not really going to fit well if you add these different woke ideologies into the game or into the lore, where people are just going to get irritated. And specifically, Warhammer is an old game. You had people from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s. I only became a Warhammer fan in the 2020s, my guy. I've been a fan of Warhammer for about 2 years now, and I still love the shit out of it. I learn as much as I can about it. No, I don't have the tabletop models because I have, more important things to do, like not being able to buy gas and food, so I can't buy resin and paint. So there you go. But again, it's not a bad thing to add, diversity into your game or your story as long as it's done right. Like, I don't think that we need to have like a gay space marine. You know why? Because I don't even think that the space marines themselves are even like straight anymore. They are weapons. They are tools. They want to kill shit and serve. They do not give a flying fuck about that. And matter of fact, they can't even reproduce anymore. Once you're a space marine, your entire subconscious is basically dedicated towards worshiping the Emperor, killing Xenos, and killing heretics. Once you become a space marine, that's all you really give a shit about. And frankly, they need to leave it like that. Yes, you can still be a cool character, you can still be a badass hero, but it is very important that you don't fuck up what people love. Look at what happened to Star Wars, again, for just a bit of a reminder. What happened to Star Wars? They went a little woke, then went very woke, and then died. I am not making it up. They're even making a new movie for the Star Wars saga, which ended, by the way, and it's going to crash and burn. I guarantee you on impact, because they do not learn their lesson. So Warhammer, please, Games Workshop, for the love of God, do not push it anymore. Do not do what we all feel like you're about to do. Let this slide. I'm going to let the female custodian slide. I'm going to let it slide this time, all right? I think we're all going to just have to accept it and let it slide. But for the love of God, do not push it any more than you already have. Do not turn into the next Star Wars tragedy. Because while I really love Warhammer and I love the media that comes around with it, and I focus on mostly just the good and not the controversy, I have to just speak out about what I want to say to my fans. And some of you might view me differently. And frankly, that's fine. That's your God-given right to. But I'm just scared to see Warhammer turn into what Star Wars became. A lifeless corpse of woke ideology and a dying franchise. If not, it's already dead. But I do not want that with Warhammer. Warhammer, for a lot of us, is a great escape from the world outside. It's away from all the politics, the celebrities, the bullshit on the news. It's an escape that we love. It's a hobby we enjoy. And I do not want that to change. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now.